After learning how to divide a decimal number by a whole number, let's learn how to divide a whole number by a decimal number. This is our first question, 233 divided by 0.5. Now this number can be written as 233 and this can be represented as, 0.5. Okay. Now it's always, good whenever you are dealing with division, it's always good to remove this decimal point, to get rid of this decimal point. So if 0.5 is multiplied with 10, then this will become 5.0, that is actually 5. It means that we have one clue that if we multiply this 0.5 by 10, we'll get rid of this decimal point. Okay, but before that, let's do one more step. If this is the division 233 divided by 0.5, and if you assume this as some one quantity, and if I multiply this number with 1, is it going to make any difference to this one? No, because if you multiply any number, let's say a is any arbitrary number, and if you multiply any arbitrary number with 1, you are going to get back that number only, right? And 1 can be written in the form of 1 over 1, because if you divide any number with 1, you are going to get back that number only. 1 divided by 1 is going to be 1 only. So same thing is here. I have multiplied this with 1 and this can be written as 1 over 1. Okay. Now if I multiply 0.5 with 10, then I'll get rid of this decimal point. So what I'm going to do now is look very carefully. 233, this is 0.5. I want to introduce 10 so that I can multiply this 0.5 with 10. So what I'm going to do is I'll put 10 over 10. If you multiply this 1 with 10, this will become 10. Now since you have multiplied the denominator with 10, you'll also multiply the numerator with 10. Therefore 1 times 10 is 10, right? This was 1 over 1. I multiplied this denominator with 10. Now since I have multiplied this denominator with 10, I'll have to multiply the numerator also with 10, and therefore this will become 10 over 10. Okay. Now if I multiply the numerators together, this is 233 times 10, then 0.5 multiplied with 10, this will become 233 multiplied with 10 and divided by 5, right? Now if I write it like this, this is 233 divided by 5 and multiplied with 10, right? A fraction being multiplied to a whole number. We have done all these things. Now if you divide this 233 with 5, 233 divided by 5, this is 5 times 4 is 20, this is 3, this is 3, and 5 times 6 is 30, subtracted 3, and this, if you put 0 here, this decimal point here, 6 and 30, and this is, so what you get? You get 46.6 multiplied with 10, right? And this will become 466. Why? Because you have a decimal point here, and when you multiply any decimal number with 10, you'll have to move a decimal point towards the right by one digit. So this will come after 6. So this is the answer. In this case, this is 525 divided by 0.015. Now I'm going to write it like this, 525, and this is divided by 0.015. If this is 0.015, and if I want to get rid of the decimal point, then by what number I should multiply this number with so that I can get rid of this decimal point? You will say that, hey, after decimal point you have 3 digits, so if you multiply this number with 1000, that is having 3 zeros, then this will become 50, right? Okay, so this can be written as 1 over 1. Now I have to bring in 1000, therefore if I write it like this, 525 divided by 0.015, and if I multiply this denominator with 1000, then I'll have to multiply the numerator also with 1000, and this will become 525 0.015 times 1000 over 1000, and this will become 525 multiplied with 1000, and this will become 0.015 times 1000, and this will be 525 times 1000, and this is 15. Now if you divide 525 and 15 together and then times 1000, this can be written in this form, right? Okay, so if you divide 525 by 15 3 times, this is 45, subtraction 7, 5, it's going 5 times 75. So this is 35 times 1000, and your answer will be 35